More than 3,700 convicted criminals under the community supervision of the Tennessee Department of Correction are now at large, all wanted for violating the terms of their probation or parole.
That's according to newly updated state records provided to us after our original report aired. Nate Morabito's investigation found many of those people can get credit for time served even though they are likely on the run.
Yeah, that's right. After 6 o'clock tonight, TDOC alerted us the data they provided us weeks ago and have remained in communication with us about included errors, including names of people who don't actually have active warrants. We've since adjusted the numbers accordingly. The new list still includes people convicted of murder, burglary, kidnapping, and rape. TDOC previously refused to talk on camera, through a spokesperson basically telling us the agency's too busy to sit down with us. The same children who played with these toys sat inside their Boones Creek trailer for almost 24 hours in December as their parents lay dead nearby.
It hurts. It hurts a lot to know that such a good person was taken from this world.
The newlyweds, with a child on the way, murdered. Investigators arrested Derek Sells in the weeks after, which led to another disturbing discovery. The Tennessee Department of Correction issued a violation of probation against Sells more than a year prior for failing to report to his probation officer.
A violation for reckless aggravated assault, felony evading arrest.
Before a judge issued a gag order in the case, District Attorney Tony Clark shared his frustration.
This guy was running around. Why he'd not been picked up, I don't know.
He could ask the same question about the hundreds of others from our region alone with active warrants for violating probation or parole, in addition to nearly 4,000 others statewide.
That's a huge number.
Senator John Lumberg called our discovery disconcerting.
That creates a public safety issue.
Especially considering the lawmaker criticized TDOC just years ago for changing its supervision standards, which resulted in less direct supervision for some criminals. The change prompted by research that showed the public is safer when resources are shifted from low-risk to high-risk offenders.
Good Lord, if we can't monitor folks with frankly, as lax as it is, we've got a real problem.
While TDOC says it's not entirely accurate to say these people disappeared, the agency doesn't dispute many of them likely failed to report, failed the drug test, consistently violated curfew, left the county without permission, or committed new crimes, and to this day remain at large.
I think the public has the right to know, where are these people? And who is watching them? And where are those warrants?
Hundreds of the local warrants are here, organized by zone in a filing cabinet at the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office.
It's a manpower issue.
Lieutenant Stephen Wetzel says deputies only serve the warrants when they get time to step away from their normal job duties to go door to door.
You can go out and pull a 12-hour day, if not longer, maybe a little shorter, and not even get someone to the door.
The time-consuming task made more challenging by the fact that he says there's no way to predict which violation needs their attention first.
There's no way to prioritize what that person's next move is after the state felony violation comes out on them just to get them picked up. There's no way to prioritize actually between a dirty drug screen and somebody committing a small crime.
I don't in any way blame the Sheriff's Department or the local probation office for those warrants. They're doing their job.
Sullivan County's district attorney says the system is really the problem.
People are being placed on parole that never should have been placed on parole to begin with.
A system that gives many offenders multiple chances. If anything, Barry Staubus says with as much leeway the state now gives people on probation and parole, he's surprised the numbers aren't even higher.
Now there's this system which I think basically is one of the consequences of it means less people will be arrested and less violations.
The current system also gives convicts one more break, specifically those on parole. Even though there are several hundred active violation warrants for parolees, as a general rule, TDOC says the days, months, and years that go by while they await arrest do not affect their time, since it's technically part of their original prison sentence. TDOC says after an arrest, the parole board has the option of adding time back to the original sentence or revoking parole and sending the person back to prison.
It's just an incentive to run. I mean, it's outrageous.
That's wrong.
Senator Lundberg agrees.
We should be able to change that so it actually counts against you instead of for you.
The vice chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee pledged to push for that change in Nashville.
That's a legislative issue and a problem that we need to fix.
We gave TDOC administrators multiple opportunities to talk on camera for this story, but a spokesperson told us the state agency would not accommodate our request. Robert Rayburn told us, quote, "We've just got a lot going on," end quote. In a statement, TDOC said in part, quote, "Our officers work hard to ensure offenders under TDOC supervision are compliant and held accountable whenever they deviate from their supervision guidelines and standards," end quote. Adding, the agency works closely with its local law enforcement partners and provides whatever assistance possible. Combined, the Washington and Sullivan County Sheriff's Offices report more than 2,500 active violation warrants. We asked specifically the last time the agency encouraged a law enforcement agency to do more to serve the violation warrants, that is TOC, and TDOC has still yet to give us a response.